The headlines on the Punch newspaper. We already touched on a few of them. We'll just see how many more we can take before we go to the phone lines. Interesting ones here. Updated Kiamu's ministerial screening split senators. I mean, if you had followed the session yesterday, you would have seen all that happened. Elections already won. Commentators not truthful about Beavers. Lagos deputy governor. Well, find out more if you want to know what he's talking about. This one says former character commission officer admits taking bribes, indicts chairman. That's for the FCC. Details also on the Punch newspaper. Obaseki dismisses impeachment plot, says Shuaib planning APC defection. Okay. You find out all the details if you want to know what's happening in Edo State at the moment. ICPC probes corruption allegations against Malami is also another headline on the Punch newspaper this morning. I will take quite a few more from the Vanguard, and then we'll take some of your messages. Billion naira debt. WAEC withholds results of candidates from 8 years. Elevator tragedy, critical gaps in Nigeria's healthcare infrastructure, NMA. That's also something you would see on the Vanguard newspaper. This one says, ministers, Senate stops El Rufai Okotete Danladi. All right, we know that there's some sort of petition, security petition, I think, or so, that involved some of these names mentioned. Hence, this headline. Find out the details on the Vanguard. This one says federal government withdraws contempt charge against NLC TUC. All right. Remember that you can join in on the conversation on social media. Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On Twitter, it is Nigeria Info PH. Now, you can also send in WhatsApp messages using the number 0809 030 6416. I'll take that again, 0809 030 6416. That is the WhatsApp number. All right, let's take some of the messages first before we go on to the phone lines. So this one here says on WhatsApp, we'll begin with that. Quite a lot of them. All right, good morning. This is from Kento Nobubolo. The use of the airstrikes on Bunkry site is condemnable. However, our military wastes such tactics in the Niger Delta rather than go and strike bandits in their camps who are busy killing Nigerians in the north. You know, I also looked at that, and I'm more concerned about the environmental impact those airstrikes would have for illegal refining airstrikes. I don't know. Good morning. As a psychologist, I'm thinking of how these kids will grow up better as good citizens. DK, thank you very much for pointing this out. I was reading that story. The first thing that came to my head is that somebody needs to intervene for those kids. Otherwise, you're raising kids that would hate society, hate authority, hate government, hate the police. And if that becomes the case, they're easy to be recruited to fight against this so-called government institutions. So they really need someone to step in, and proper therapy should be put together for these kids. It's not going to be easy at all mentally. Abinoye Nabua, good morning. Good morning, Abinoye.
Yeah, good morning. It's me, Andrew.
Straight to the point, please.
Yes, the shooting of Mr. Peterside is one too many. Most times when an invitation is made, they don't respond promptly. I remember of a story where somebody went to invite them when a robbery accident was taking place, incident. What they said was, how do you know they're thieves? What guns are they holding? This and that. And so in the end, they will go when the action already is gone. And then they will want to register their presence. So I think the police must investigate, because I'm sensing a ruse in that investigation. Otherwise, the name of the policeman should be mentioned, because before long they will say stray bullet, accidental discharge, and they'll bring all the police acrobatics, and before you know, the thing is swept under the carpet. I want us to do it, but the the PRO said that justice will be served. And I wonder what type of justice when the thief has escaped and an innocent man is dead. The road safety said that they've discovered alcohol in packs, and I think it is not true. It is not far from the truth. A driver that has not taken alcohol is abnormal, and so when he takes alcohol, it's super abnormal. I think we need to enforce that law so that these alcohols do not. You can't tell me that you'll be more reasonable when you take alcohol when you are being driven under the influence of a drug.
All right, Abinoye, thank you very much. Ida is in Nkoro. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome, Ida. Go
ahead. This morning I'm not very, very happy. If you see the people of Nkoro, they are very peace-loving people. In your radio station, you never heard that Nkoro man or Nopugo man can commit crime. So for that policeman to shoot our son, they will not do that investigation by themselves. We, the people of Nkoro, will follow them up. It's not good. As a child, look at what the child is saying. What do you want the child to grow up with? I saw somebody killing my son and a police officer. That particular guy will grow up and hate police. Then when he commits crime, they say, hey, he has committed crime. It's because of all these things. Look at that, they are doing something. The other day I heard somebody that was cutting bad wire. I hold this particular person, give police. For my present, police collected when I release the person who asked him to do that kind of work. Then when it's time to kill somebody, will kill somebody. They should investigate that matter. And those who are selling that vaccine, please, they should not sell that vaccine again, please.
Right.
Treat you and treat you very well. Do the normal thing at normal time.
Thank you very much. Let's go to good news in Mark 3. Good news, good morning.
No, good morning.
You're welcome. Man. Yes, go ahead, good news.
Let me add my voice with the killing of the local man that the police has refused to mention his name. I think this thing has become unbecoming in the state. When we talk about killing of police, the way police kills here, before you know it happens this one, Chimokunado to happen. So they don't learn. So I'm beginning to think beyond the police people who are on duty. I'm beginning to channel my listening towards the leadership of the police. Is that something they are not doing right? Is that something they are not doing right so that causes the rate at which the policemen online kills the people they are supposed to protect? There is something, because I can't imagine myself. It happens in Lagos, happens in Port Harcourt, happens in Kaduna, happens in Abuja, different places. We see talking, and as I'm talking to you right now, or that may happen again. And this is also that has been reported, though, not just that has been intimidated. I think there is something the police authority are not getting right, whether by training or by retraining or talking to their conscience or something else. The authorities should go back and sit down instead of blaming the police on ground doing the job. And having said that, the issue of the road safety is saying that when they discovered alcohol in the past, I think they are not sincere to Nigerians. They are not even sincere to themselves. Who does not know in Nigeria that they sell alcoholic drinks in packs? Who does not know? Is there a secret? How come the tell us that they've discovered? My name is Good.
All right, good news. Thank you. All right, before I go on to the next call, I think I have to clarify this so you understand. It's not because the FRSC says it does not know. So when he says, oh, it discovered that they still, maybe you didn't follow, it said they still, the FRSC has been campaigning against selling of alcohol in motor parks, and recently it had to go again and look around to see whether people are listening to the advice that it has been given, and found out that, well, the case is still the same. Everybody is still selling alcohol in motor parks and drivers are consuming it, and it's just everybody doing what they should do. That's what they meant. It's not because they did not know that, it's because they know that in motor parks they sell alcohol was why they even started the campaign in the first place. Temple in Rimomasi, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Ifemi Andrew. How was your night, sir?
Fine, thank you. Go ahead. We don't have a lot of time.
Yes, sir. I think I want to appeal to the Honorable Commissioner of Police, Nwuyi Emeka. I trust his capacity. I trust his wisdom to please do justice to this issue of unnecessary killing. Peterside, leaving a widow and children, I think, for me, when you listen to that boy's account on what transpired, it is indeed very sad. I want them to make sure that that police officer, in as much as they have tried to hide his identity, to please ensure and prove to that young boy that the police does not condone this. In fact, they should make sure that boy is being carried along in making sure that the person who killed his father is put behind by probably the full weight of the rod being meted to him. And he serves the punishment that is equal. This is in fact a capital punishment, a very first degree one in that matter. Please, I'm appealing. And I also want to ensure the River State Ministry of Health. If you come to Umuwe Health Center, the same thing. If you go to Umogodo in Iweche, the same thing. If you go to Ebu Health Center, the same thing. Women has been denied of, taking their children, giving their children vaccine because of this illegal extortion. The health workers sometimes have the impunity. They will tell you that they are using their own money to get these vaccines, that the government is not supporting them. I think it's now they should come out and tell us if indeed the government is supporting them.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Letambari in Bori. Good morning, Letambari.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew.
Welcome. Go on.
Yes. Let me look at the federal government withdraw suit against the NLC. But my concern in this case is that what is the situation of Labour now? What is their stand as regard to the promise made by the federal government to put things in place? I hope you are aware, that in all the local government now, all the local government chairmen are buying cars to all their councillors, which I'm not against. But what about the workers? Should they continue to be patient? I hope you know that as a worker, days are being counted for you. If at the end of your years of service as a civil servant that you cannot give your children a good education, not to even raise a building as somebody who has served, this is what the Labour has put the workers into, because Labour only keep collecting to check up dues from workers and has nothing to offer to them. It is very painful. But let me look at security clearance continue to delay Aero 5. Until the day we begin to hold our leaders accountable for accountability, that is, they must account for whatever they were doing while they were in office. Until the day we begin to do that, nothing will ever work in this country. Even if they come back to repair our refinery, it is not a solution to hold our leaders accountable. Until we begin to hold them accountable, nothing will work. Look at the situation of Aerofy now. Did you see how it stranded? If we deal with our leaders, like Aerofy is being handled now, like for instance River State, that they have put an injunction that you cannot hold them accountable. They can just get up and use money, put any money, any name attached to that money.
Exhausted your time. Thank you very much. Mufasa from NTA Road. Good morning.
Yeah, hi Andrew. Good morning.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, quick one. Let me, convey my sympathy to the lady whose husband was shot by a careless police officer. I want to say that since the police have told us that they are doing a thorough investigation, we should just give them the benefit of the doubt. But then again, I don't expect the police, to just come out with a categorical statement saying that the man that died through, as a result of his stray bullet. So for me, when you say that and you still say that you are doing investigation, simply means that you've already concluded your investigation. So the police should do a thorough investigation and let us know the officer that actually committed this act. Then the visit of the River State government to the health facility, I think it's a good one, a very welcome development and a right step in the right direction. I think a regular visit like this to government facilities will go a long way to improve on the efficiency of the sector.
All right, Mufasa.
That's my position this morning.
Thank you very much. Several questions to ask with regards to this sad incident would be, even if, let's assume that, you confirm that this person is a robber or something, let's assuming. If the person wasn't holding a weapon to attack you or shoot at you, wouldn't the right thing be to arrest the person instead of shooting at the person? So, and in the case of the stray bullet, if he was shot from, if you listen to the story of the boy and the mother, you then imagine what was the police officer shooting at that would lead to a bullet straying towards the direction of the man, and how was the police officer shooting that the bullet would not stray? Well, we'd have to wait. But my major concern would be for the kids. The kids would be the major concern right now. Blessed in Alu, good morning.
Good morning, my brother in the studio.
Right, go ahead.
The policeman shot Mr. Fisher at the office of Elikoya Port Harcourt, and the woman was demanding for justice. I don't understand what happened in police personnel. This is repeated every time. I don't know, and I see what the child has narrating. How come about this kind of a thing? When a lawmaker and he started to be a lawbreaker, you say they gave you gun to handle and to protect the life and property of the citizen. You're not killing the citizen. What are we talking about? I'm appealing to the CP of Rivers State to do the needful, to reach the woman of the late man, and besides to carry the children along. Secondly, in Okporo community, that will pay their community. You cannot. What happened that you kill the army and then you are complaining? No, when you sit for government land and use government paper cleaners, what you need to do? You need to expect the reward. For you to kill the army, you know what it is? A bloody civilian kill an army. So you tell your people that grow up for that particular area. You should not legalize illegally.
All right, Blessed, thank you very much. But next time, I think you'd have to learn to watch your language. I know you were trying to put out a parable or something, but next time, just check your language. George in Buguma, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
George, go on.
Federal government withdraw contempt suit against Labour.
Yes.
Yes. Hello?
Yes, go on, George.
What is the Labour doing for the workers? Now that federal government has withdrawn their suit, what are they doing? My brother, the civil servants are in Jamboree. Rivers State local government workers are not been promoted. For this aspect, local government workers are still earning 18,000 naira, my brother. 18,000 naira for more than 10 years. 18,000 naira, my brother. What is happening to Rivers State civil servants? When Rivers State local government chairmen are buying cars for local government councillors, their supervisors, why we that have the tenure, we have 10 or 35 years in office? My brother, please make an help us beg our Rivers State governor to do good, to constitute the local government service commission. Let local government workers be promoted. Some of us, we have spent up to 32 years, beyond 3 years, no promotion. We are on one grade level. School fees has increased. How are we going to manage? And are we going to, what is our stand? What is the state? What is the future? Our children's future.
All right, George. Thank you very much, Frank in D line. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Amy.
You're welcome.
Yes, the killing of Peter Said is unacceptable. I condemn it in total. The rascality of security people in Rivers State is becoming unbearable. How can a policeman put that woman to turn to her as a widow? It's not good. Please let Rivers State Police Commissioner do something about this. And the community people are crying for help. The character of my army in my place now is becoming unbearable. I know that those boys have been terrorizing them, but now, since the people have escaped, they should allow the citizens to live in peace. You cannot just go there because they kill your people. You begin to lay siege to and you harass innocent people. I condemn that in total. Please let the Rivers State governor do something about this issue before it will escalate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Frank. On Facebook, a few messages. Obioma Noble says, whether federal government withdraws suit against NLC or not, protest must go on till they make petrol 100 naira per litre. Ogunlaja says, if the 10th assembly is not a rubber stamp assembly, Kiamu ought not to have been screened in the first place. Okay, this one says, Akpabio storms Aso Rock after drama over Festus Kiamu. Last, Bar and Go senators will screen him and confirm him as minister designate. Alex on Facebook says, why all this recycling? But a person like Keyamo does not deserve to be confirmed. He insulted the constituted authorities and ignored the summons by the Senate and House of Reps. He is too arrogant. Okay. All right, some of the comments there you'd find on Facebook. Let's get on to X now and see the comments. It's now called X, no longer Twitter. So just for those who do not know. So let's go on to X now and take some of your comments there. This one at Kenneth EB says, the police high command is actually encouraging the steady rise in killing of innocent Nigerians by their failure to openly disgrace and punish personnel who shoot Nigerians. At Thank God at Twigbo 1 says, on the issue of drivers taking alcohol in motor parks before driving, Andrew, you are aware that some policemen join some of these drivers in taking this alcohol? My brother, what can I say? Justice Ori says on X, I am happy with what happened yesterday at the Senate during the screening of Festus Keyamo. Okay, let's take this commercial. We'll come back. We'll take some more messages on WhatsApp before we go for the news at 7. Good morning.